last dumb thing that smart dentists do. Do you find that they just overextend themselves? Like they're trying to, instead of just having one large practice with one staff, that they're trying to, like you said, make that satellite office or that sister office and have two or three, and it just makes things so much more complicated. Now you have two or three overheads, two or three staff teams, and it just would have been so much more simple to have just one large practice.
Well, I was talking to a dentist just 3 days ago. I was on a Zoom with this dentist and one of our fantastic coaches, and it was our first call. A really nice guy. And as a start, after we did a little personal chit chat, which is something you should always do with your patients too, before you start the examination or whatever, a little personal chit chat. And then I said, "Well, tell me a little bit about your practice." And he said, "Well, I'm embarrassed to say it's a pretty simple setup. It's just me, one hygienist, one dental assistant, one full-time person at the front desk, and then a part-time who helps out." And he was like all embarrassed about it. He said, "Don't be embarrassed about that. I know a dentist in South Florida who has one assistant, one hygienist, and one front desk person, and he personally nets $1 million a year. So you can do it." Now that's unusual, but you can have a fantastic practice in one location with 4, 5, 6 chairs, a small staff, and be happy and not be overburdened by overhead and make a fantastic living. The satellite practice thing really irks me because we all know dentists who have done really well opening up multiple locations. But the more I talk to dentists over decades, that's the rarity. Most dentists that open up a second location wind up regretting it. They're doubling their overhead, doubling their staff headaches. They can't be in both places at once. They've got a revolving door of associates who aren't interested, and it's just a burden. And they'd be much better off focusing all their efforts on one main